Hello, today we are at LongHorn and going to show you what they have on their menu. We've actually already placed our order, but appetizers, they have a number of different things. We're getting the firecracker chicken wraps, but I really like the Wild West shrimp as well. And they got a number of different steaks and steak sizes. For a while there, a lot of places were having limited sizes on their steaks, but LongHorn here has gone back to having their full-size steaks as well. They have a number of different signature sides and salads. And if you're wanting something other than a steak, you know, they have the option of that LongHorn burger. Their ribs and their chops are pretty good. And then on the back side of the menu, you can see they have some nice salads, desserts. For those that don't know, they're serious about the chocolate stampede, serving 2 people. It is a lot of stuff. And then they have wine and spirits, as well as non-alcoholic beverages with free refills. And here in a minute, we'll show you what we get for an appetizer when it comes out. So we have 2 salads and a couple of loaded potato soup. We'll stir that for a second and show you. That is pretty loaded. Big potato soup. This should be pretty good. And here's the bread that they brought to the table. Here is the firecracker shrimp. Here is the firecracker chicken wraps. And there's the avocado ranch dip that has a little bit of lime. They are usually pretty fantastic. And they look to be really crispy, and they are. It's like light, crispy, flaky. We got the sirloin, renegade sirloin steak, and the steamed broccoli. The chopped steak with onions, mushrooms, and a loaded baked potatoes. Here's your receipt. Potato sauce.
Back from our day of shopping, and of course having lunch at LongHorn. I wanted to give you our final thoughts on that. I know that showed you the picture or the videos of what everything looked like that we ordered.
Yeah. And
they did have something new on their menu that I wanted to try, which was the cream cheese cake. That's new.
Well, no, they've had that before.
Well, it had new beside it.
Oh. Cool.
It's a different one, I guess. And so I wanted to try that, but I was just too full after all the bread and the salad and my favorite thing, the chicken fire wraps or chicken...
Firecracker chicken wraps.
Yeah. which is my favorite appetizer of all time.
But she always has them bring ranch on the side. I like the avocado ranch that they provide, but it's also got like a strong lime flavor to it. And I keep forgetting to ask for that as my dressing, which I love blue cheese dressing, don't get me wrong, but that avocado ranch would be a really great dressing on a side salad too.
But anyway, so I'm going to talk about mine first, that way you can kind of think about what you want to say about yours.
Okay.
But I ordered what I love. I know it's crazy, but I love the hamburger steak. I know not everybody does. It's just a piece of hamburger meat, which is one of my favorite things to eat anyway. And but they have a really good seasoning that they use on it at LongHorn. So, but I did order it medium, and it came out a little well done for me. But I still ate it. Still really good. The salad, of course, the blue cheese dressing they use is always good. I'm not sure if it's homemade, made in-house, but it's really good.
If it's not, it's a higher quality brand, probably like Lighthouse.
Yeah, it's gotta be something up there. But anyway, yeah, I think that's really good. And then I also had a baked potato with some sour cream and butter and green onions on it, because I'm not really a cheese and bacon person on my potato, but I don't want bacon on my butter either. So anyway, I thought mine was good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed spending time with my husband. That's always a plus.
It's not very often that we get to go out and eat just the two of us.
Yeah.
Normally, if we do go out, normally little E's with us, or we'll get like take home and just bring the food home.
Yeah, we're trying to do that too. So
yeah. Anytime you're not having to do the dishes, cooking, it's always a good meal.
Yeah.
And I'll talk about mine for a second. And I had the 8-ounce sirloin with the side salad and steamed broccoli. The broccoli was steamed nicely. You get a pretty good amount of it. The sirloin itself, I mean, it was a small steak, but I knew it was an 8-ounce steak. Sometimes I want a bigger steak, but it's like they went from an 8-ounce sirloin to like a 18-ounce ribeye. And it's like you either had to get a small steak or a big steak. They didn't have anything really in the middle. I really like the chew that normally you have with a sirloin, but this one was actually more on the tender side of the sirloins.
see, now I don't really care for the sirloin because of that chew thing.
Yeah.
I like ribeyes that's got a really good marble to them, or a Delmonico that's got an even better marble to them.
Yeah.
But that's my thing. I'm just not I'm not one of those pull it off and tear it up kind of people.
Well, I also don't mind like the New York strip too, but I don't like how most of the time it'll have that harder gristle on the outside of one edge.
Yeah.
Which when I was younger, like if there was anything like that on what I was eating, I couldn't eat the whole thing. It's like forget cutting around it and eating what I wanted. If it was there, I was like, I can't eat this. And now I try to eat the whole thing because it is all edible, and it's important to not waste it.
Especially now when you can't afford it.
Yeah.
You can't afford to waste anything.
To me,
there is one thing too I wanted to ask you on your broccoli. Did they put any kind of seasoning on that, like butter or any sort of a?
I think there might have been like a little butter drizzled on it, but if so, it was really light. I think they lightly salted it.
Yeah.
But I mean, there really wasn't much to it, which is fine because that's how I like it. I want the broccoli to speak for itself.
Yeah.
When people try to get creative with stuff to put on broccoli, a lot of times the flavor is overpowering and you can't taste the broccoli.
And it's got to be a heck of a flavor to overpower broccoli.
Well, yeah, usually. And if it's that strong, then all I've got is the taste of whatever that is in my mouth, and anything else that I eat doesn't taste very good. I also had blue cheese on my salad, which the salad seemed to be pretty good. I'd probably order the same thing. I almost ordered the pork chops.
Oh yeah, I forgot about them having pork chops.
But in my brain, like, I'm wanting the pork chops from this restaurant in Alaska called Lone Star. It's a steakhouse, southern style steakhouse. I guess the chain's originally based in Texas, Lone Star. But they had these 2 pork chops that they would serve. And back then, this was like almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe like 17 or 18 years ago, because they weren't there when we first got married. But when we moved to our second apartment, this place opened like a block away. And at that time, I was a steak and potatoes person. And then after one day of seeing somebody else order them pork chops and how good they looked, I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a try. now I'm a steak and pork chop and pork steak and rib person.
And the person that ordered those pork chops were me. Because being from the South, you know, you gotta have that pork up in there somewhere.
Hey.
And they were really good. They were thick and juicy and tender and just really good pork chops. And they were flame grilled. Just really good. But anyway, that's not here. That's in Alaska.
Yeah.
I wish it were here, but it's not.
But anytime I see 2 pork chops on the menu, like, my brain is like, I wonder how good it is compared to that. And it's one of those things where, like, you find something that you feel is like the best version of it that you've had in a long time, and everything else your brain automatically compares it to.
Right, that's true. That's absolutely true.
I guess that's kind of why I didn't order it, because I was afraid it wouldn't live up to it, and then I'd be upset with myself and disappointed because I got pork chops that weren't as good as what I wanted them to be, and then it would have not been a good meal experience. But it was pretty decent, and the food came out pretty quicker than I was expecting.
And the bread was good. Of course, you always get that free bread. Which now, they used to just bring it to the table. Now they ask you if you want it. I guess they don't want to waste stuff either.
Well, yeah.
So.
Some people probably are like, oh, no dang bread.
Yeah. But anyway, it was really good, and we go occasionally. Just kind of in the mood for it this week, and that's why we went there. Tell us where you like to go.
I know we'll probably be back there at some point in time, but I think when we're wanting to go out to a steakhouse more often than not, lately we've been going to Texas Roadhouse, which is the newer steakhouse in Jonesboro, which I think they both offer something a little bit different. So it kind of just depends on what your mood is and what kind of steaks you're wanting, and what you want to go with them. But, you know, I really like both places. You know, if I had the opportunity to just eat out every day of the week, I would not be very upset having to pick between those 2 places every day.
Or at least swap them off every day.
Yeah.
One day here, one day there. Never.
Because I know we've had burgers at LongHorn before. The burgers were good. I like the steaks. They make a good potato soup too.
Yeah. Which I forgot to have. I had potato soup also with my lunch.
Tallulah.
And it was really good.
Come here.
Thick and creamy, and had lots of toppings on it. Lots of
Tallulah.
chili. I mean, lots of chili. Oh my goodness! Lots of cheese and lots of bacon. It was good. Anyway, like I was saying, tell us what your favorite places are to eat. Do you have a favorite steakhouse you like to go to? Is a LongHorn or a Texas Roadhouse in your area?
Yeah, let us know.
Just comment.
If you have any comments, just leave them down below.
Right, absolutely. And if there's some place that you want us to try, I mean, Jonesboro doesn't have a real big selection, but there's quite a few places.
Well, and you know, I'm trying to eat healthier, so, you know, I'm picking a steak, the side vegetables, side salad. I'm not always using all the dressing that they offer, so I'm able to eat healthier. There are options.
Which is one of his things. He wants to show options of the healthier choices that you can make.
And still have a nice meal.
Unless we go to Mexican.
Yeah, and then like
chips and salsa is off the
chips,
table.
salsa, cheese, it's all done.
Anyway, if you like what we're doing, share the video with somebody and hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up and comment. It'll all help us. We're just trying to grow and make our family grow, and we'd love to have you be a part of it.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, and thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
Bye.